Bo, B-O, Boreani, B as in boy, O-R-E-A-N-I, Boreani.
Bo, where did this idea for the championship belt even come from in the first place?
I'm a unique guy. I actually had one of these made for my limo, and we use it in my limo for people to take photos from. And I thought these guys, Jay and those guys, could use it. And I actually gave a couple of them to grade school I went to, St. Charles. They have littler ones, so they can look forward. I didn't want to get the big ones because littler ones they can, look forward to getting the big one here. But basically, you got to be a little different. Give something these guys, these kids to something to work hard every game for, to try to get that big hit. What Jay and those guys are using it for, and but like I said, it's a way of giving back. Since my heart transplant about a year and a half ago, I died 3 times. They brought me back to life, so you never know when it's tomorrow. So this is just a fun way of giving back to the people that helped me. And Jay's family helped me. His brother was there for me. So I thought, come up with a unique something that they could use here and have a motivational thing and something a little different from everybody else out there.
Unbelievable. What's your connection with the team?
I graduated here in '90. I played. I'll give you the old Al Bundy story. I was all city back in the day. That's my Al Bundy story. But no, I graduated from here, and so again, it kind of goes back to that transplant. I was telling the players, is these guys, if something goes bad, these are the guys they're going to look to, because my old teammates back in the day, those are the guys that were there for me on this transplant. They were there. They remodeled my house for me. They were there Zoom calling because I was during COVID and stuff like that. So like I told them, that's why I did this, is like just to give back, because this is the kind of friendship that I gained that we're still friends today. I mean, almost 20 of us just got together for golf a few weekends back from our grade. And that's what, we're 35 years out. So we're still, they always say it's due to me, since I had my heart died on me, that I brought everybody back together. So at least I did something right. And so that's what kind of brings me here, brings me back. Changed a lot since I was here. And but again, just wanted to bring something unique and fun to their team, and something to get these guys fired up.
You touched on it a little bit, but just like, how was your way of thinking different after your transplant? I mean, did it open up some different?
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate enough in my life, and I've always been, and like I said, my family really wasn't there, but my brothers, I call them, is my friends. And that opened me up. When you die 3 times, they bring you back to life. You live your life. And I kind of told those guys, don't care what people think. Live your life, and because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. And that's how I live. And that's what's kind of changed me since I've had the transplant, and you realize who your true friends are. And I've got a lot of them, and I'm fortunate enough to have a lot of them. And like I said, when I said that message to Jay's brother, Coach Garrett's brother, Levi, his brother, I wouldn't have been able to make it without those guys. It was his family. They lived 15 minutes from Cleveland Clinic, and that's where I had the transplant. So just kind of all goes back, friendships right here, and that's what these guys are going to have. 35 years. God, I'm making myself old. 35 years from now, and they're going to have these friendships. That are going to be there when one of these guys happen to go down.
What's your favorite part about the belt that you made?
Probably that quote. I don't remember it offhand, but it's probably if I remember right, it's if somebody if they hit your mom, I forget. We don't have to read it again, but it has to be the quote on the right hand side of the logo about. I don't know. Do you remember what?
Play this old school game like the other team just hit your mama in the mouth with a 2x4.
Right there. See, this guy knows it. But no, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. What it was. That's my favorite quote. Kind of felt that did it right here. And So thought these guys, young kids, would enjoy that and give them a little momentum to wear that belt, to show that belt off, And I had to actually ask his brother, thought if it was okay, to kind of put that, and he says, yeah, go ahead with it. But no, that's probably the best part of the belt, and hopefully they don't lose this one like they did last time. They got that safe, they got that case, so I don't think they'll lose it. So.
Right on. Last one I have for
you
is, you said, first answer, you said you're a unique guy. How does this championship belt kind of fit into your personality?
Well, if you knew me, everybody that does know me, I'm a unique guy. I've built unique RVs that fits in. I have a limo that I had built a belt for that called the SS Night Train. We let people take a picture with the belt, and I'm just different in a good way that brings smiles to people's faces, especially during the tough times. And that's why, like I told those guys, you got to be different, and that's what I feel like I am.
Right on, Bo. Anything else you want to add?
No, I appreciate you guys allowing me to share and them to share the story on the belt, and hopefully everybody else will look at, hey, you take one day at a time and live it like there's no tomorrow. That's all I can say.
What's the story behind this belt, and how did it become a thing?
Yeah, I think obviously we want to have and we do have a great relationship with our alumni, and in this case, the long-standing tradition that goes back to Fred Tone, Andy Johns, and even farther back is that we want to play the game the way it was designed. We want to be physical. A lot of times we're undersized, and there's other things, and I think so for all those years, that's always been something that we've kind of held as something we always strive for. We encourage the kids, play the game the way it's been designed. So when this alumni came along and he said, hey, what do you think about a big hit belt? And we already reward the guys with stickers and different things like that, and we acknowledge some of those big plays and big hits. I thought it'd be a great idea, and obviously, the kids love it, the guys love it, so it's something they look forward to, and adds a little more mystique, with that idea. And we emphasize it's got to be a clean hit, it's got to be within the confines of the game, and all those kinds of things. And so yeah, I think it's just it's become a major part of our tradition.
Why was this a perfect gift from a guy like Bo?
Yeah, he's a unique guy. He's gone through some hardship. Not very often do you find a guy that's almost a year and a half into a heart transplant. Somebody who, as he spoke to the team, relied on his brotherhood. From his high school teammates that he played here with to get him through. My brother, in fact, was very close to him, and while he was at the Cleveland Clinic, was helping him and transporting him and doing some different things. So, it speaks to that message that we have here too, that it's a brotherhood, it's trust, it's unity, it's toughness, and it's a lifetime bond, and that's what we strive for. We demand that out of our guys, and that adds to the whole physicality and playing together and playing with that tenacity that we hope to always have on Friday nights.
Fantastic. Talking about that yellow jersey, walk me through that. How did you come up with that?
Well, to be honest, we said we got to have a jersey, and I'm like, well, at the time we didn't have one, so I went back through the closet, and I claim it's 1972. I don't know. It might be earlier. It might be a little later. But I'm like, this is yellow. Reminds you a little of Snyder. But it's also kind of a caution yellow, So you got a little bit of the rivalry color. And then you got the caution yellow. And this is perfect. It's vintage. And we were going to get a new one. I said, nah, stick with it. They want the vintage one. They want the old raggedy yellow jersey. And it stands out, So we've stayed with it. It's got some tears and things. We'll see how long it lasts. But a little bit of mystique with that too. It was deep in the closet, It was one of those old practice jerseys. Who knows who's worn it, in the last 30, 40 years. So,
from a coaching perspective, how does this just help bring out the competitive nature of a team?
I mean, all that I think comes from fun, right? You got to have fun. I think you got to have some of those pieces. You're trying to get a group of young guys to love each other and want to protect each other and be with each other, mostly be with each other, and then they're all playing the game because they like the physical part of it, right? They get to be out there and kind of, as we say, play war on Friday night, and so I think there's an opportunity to bond when you do that, and I think that's what it's all about. Have some fun, play the game the way it's designed, and that's what we encourage our guys to do, and this helps us in that process, So.
Awesome. Last one I have for you is just, what's your take on the story from Valpo?
Well, I don't know the specifics. I just know that was a tough loss. That was a group of guys that had every intention to move on from that game, and it was a long walk to the locker room. It was about a half-mile hike to and from the field, and somewhere in the midst of all that went on there at the end and the locker room and the disappointment, I think the belt became less important. And by the time we realized it was gone, who knows where it's at? Maybe, they claim they don't have it, which I agree. I mean, but we keep it. But yeah, it just kind of got lost in the journey there. So we got a new one.
Coach, anything else?
No, good. Thanks for the coverage.
I mean, a big hit belt and a briefcase come from? Where did the idea come from?
It's just always been part of Bishop Dwenger. We play physical, we play fast, and there's a saying, we come to hear them play, and that's what the fans come to hear. So we're expected to make big hits every week.
Right on. So they come to hear the big hits.
Yeah.
All right. What's the meaning? I mean, kind of answered right there, but what's the meaning behind this belt?
The meaning is we play with no fear. We spend a lot of time on preparation to play with no fear, and we go out there and we play fast, and it allows us to play physical, allows us to intimidate our opponents.
How do you earn this belt?
Just through getting a big hit. I don't know. Playing fast, playing physical.
When you made that play on Friday night, I think we all know the play that did it for you. When you made that play, did you have a good feeling that was going to be a good candidate for today?
Yeah, right after I hit him, I wasn't really, I don't know, the crowd kind of went silent or whatever for a second, then I got up, and I don't know, it was a great feeling.
So this is your first time winning the belt?
Yeah.
What were the instant emotions when you heard your name called?
I don't know, I was just happy to be a part of this tradition. I got to sign the belt, and I get to take it out to the game next Friday. It's just fun.
Going back to that hit that earned you this belt, you said a lot of things were going. Was the belt even on your mind after you made that hit?
No, it wasn't. I just knew I made a play, and I got back up, and I just want to go out and make another play.
For a team like Dwenger that really grounds and pounds the football, I mean, how important is defense and big plays like that to a team like this that really relies on their defense?
I think it's big because it motivates our team, gives us morale during the game. It's a swinging point. It helps us push forward in the game.
Right on. What's the story behind losing the last
one? Can you say that again?
I said, what's the story behind losing the last one? Happened in Valpo? Is that?
Oh, yeah. I'm not really sure about that, but I don't know.
Is there any suspects as to who might have left it behind?
I have no idea who had it last.
All right, last one I have for you is just, is there any perks that come with earning this?
The yellow jersey. You stand out during practice.
What does the yellow jersey signify?
Coach said it's caution. You should have caution around the person who's wearing the yellow jersey. So.
Right on. Adam, anything else, man?
Nope.
KJ Tippmann, KJ-Tippmann. I'm a senior. I play running back and D-line.
KJ, where did this idea for the belt even come from in the first place?
2 years ago, we started it just kind of as motivation to just be the most physical team in the SAC, and I think it's really helped us become that team.
How do you earn it?
So each week on Friday night, we pick the biggest hit, and the coaches vote on it, and then it's announced Monday like this.
Right on. Even deeper than just a big hit, what's the meaning behind the belt for the team?
It kind of shows respect, especially as a younger classman. I was the first person to get it, and I was a sophomore, and I just feel like it gained me a lot of respect on the team.
How many times have you won it now?
I don't know. It's got to be 10, 12 times.
Right on.
Yeah.
Does the sweet feeling of winning it ever go away with it each time you win it?
No, it's always fun each time because everyone's like, oh, he's got it this week, and then you wear the jersey around all week, so everyone knows who's got it.
Tell me a little bit about this jersey. What does the yellow jersey signify?
So everyone's kind of looking out for him at practice, and some of us are actually trying to hit that guy and kind of take his spot during the week, but everyone's always looking out for him, making sure they know where he is on the field.
Nice. And why did they choose the yellow jersey for that guy?
It was actually kind of random. I think Coach found it one day in a closet or something, and it just kind of became tradition since then.
Nice. Can we get the story on how the last belt was lost at Valpo? What's your take on that?
I actually have no clue how that got lost, but we were down there and we were messing around with it, and I think we were actually wearing it around in the locker room after the game, and then I don't know where it went after that.
Any suspects as to who might have left it?
I think Patrick O'Keefe was the last person to have it, so if you guys want to know, you can ask him.
Right on, right on. What's the kind of going back to, you said the feelings never go away. What is the rush of emotions when you're around all your boys at practice and coach announced KJ Tippmann, that's your winner for this week? What emotions come with that?
At this point, it's kind of gotten kind of like, I don't know, they kind of make a joke out of it whenever I get it. So for me, it's kind of weird now. But whenever someone new gets it, I think this is the first time Adam's had it. So it should be an exciting week. See if we can put a couple of shots on him during the week.
Nice. What about your first time? Do you remember the first time you won it?
My first time, there was actually a big debate between, I think me and it was someone else. I forget who else it was, but some people didn't like that I got it, and actually a lot of people liked that I did get it.